workspace, list module, then units, and then
Line items, not units.
sorry, line items, and then UX center.
Workspace, models, and then list, and
Lists.
then fourth one is modules, fifth one is line items, and sixth one is the user experience pages. So these are the basic main six key components we have in Anaplan. So after that one, so we have we have seen basic building blocks of Anaplan. So what are the basic building blocks of Anaplan we have? Allow once call to Firoz as well. What are the, yes, what are the basic building blocks we have in Anaplan?
We have three basic.
Yes,
We have three basic building blocks in the general library and one more engine and user expectation experience.
okay. So in we have three component. Give me a minute. Three basic building blocks like central library, engine, and user experience. In central library, what are the things comes under central library? Yes, yes, Hafiz. What are the things comes under the central library? Did you note down anything?
I think in central library we have time, version, and general list. I think so.
Yes, exactly. Time version generalist comes under the central library. And in engine, what are the things comes under?
In engine, calculations, input and output calculations.
So this input modules, output modules, calculation modules comes under the engine. And what are the
Okay.
third one like user experience page?
User experience, what we have built, like reports or something. That reports we have shown.
Yes, whatever the reports we prepare, so that comes under the user experience page. So generally on my pages we prepare the UX pages. So there we prepare the different expenses reports, profit and loss reports, margin reports, sales reports we prepare. So there we can show our data to the end user. So this is a major thing. So we can understand here. So next we can see here some navigations we have, what is the multi-dimensionality? Multi-dimensionality nothing but, so we have in Excel generally rows and columns. So in Anaplan modules what happened, we have rows and columns and pages as well. So you can see if you open any module, in how many ways we can show the data. In Excel what happened, you have rows generally like this horizontal lines, you have rows, and in columns you can see these are the columns. So rows and columns wise you can show your data. That is a two-dimensional we can show the data. But here in Anaplan you can see at a time new job bar and new job bar product, how many in January month, how many units we have sold, 260. But at the same time you can see New York, for this is the New York location sales. If I change the location, so I can see the Chicago sales also I can see here, how much sales I have done here. So in this way you can see, if I Click on here. Rows you have products, columns we have time in columns. In pages you can see that location wise and line items and volume sales numbers. So instead of location wise and different, if you use different hierarchies also, you can check here different product size wise. How many, if you want keeps 5 to 6 dimensions as well, we can keep. That is not a problem here in Anaplan. So just you can drag and drop, and you can keep the number of dimensions here. So this is the way. Multi-dimensional means more than 2 dimensions if you use in pages. This is the, generally we have rows and columns in Excel, but whatever the option you have pages, this comes under the third dimension or fourth dimension. So multi-dimensional we can say. You can keep number of dimensions here. In Excel we can't keep this one. So in pages also you can keep the different number of dimensions. So that is the reason we called as a new job or product in January months and Chicago location. How many sales we have done? Like this we can check. So this is known as a multi-dimensional. So we can see here, this in a theoretical way will cover what is multi-dimensionality.
Welcome to What is Multi-dimensionality? This lesson explains the basics of multi-dimensionality in Anaplan. First, let's review what a dimension is. Dimensions in an Anaplan model are time, versions, and lists.
So basically, like in central library we have time, list and versions. So these are the things involved in the central library. So these 3 things comes under the dimensions: time, list and versions. So what is meaning of the dimension means? Which gives some meaning to the data. If I write some number without writing time, list and version, so it doesn't make sense. Only if I write 1000 number or 2000 number, it doesn't make sense. If I write 1000 beside 1000, if I write I have sold 1000 units product A type in West region or something, if I write some list and some version, everything, it makes sense. So to the data we need to add these dimensions. Then only we get some meaning. We can see how it looks like.
Can you identify what is a dimension and what is not a dimension? Try it. Sort each of these items into the correct category. First, let's review what a dimension is. Dimensions in an Anaplan model are time, versions, and lists.
So these 3 comes under the dimensions: time, list and versions.
Can you identify what is a dimension and what is not a dimension? Try it. Sort each of these items into the correct category.
You can see here what is the dimension: time, version and list. This time, is it dimension or not? So this is a dimension. Is it correct? Yes?
Yes, that's so correct.
Company profit module. Module is a dimension or what is it? What not a dimension, or it is a dimension?
It's not a dimension.
It is not a dimension. Why? Means it is made up of dimensions, mixed dimensions. It is a module is not a dimension. It is made up of dimensions, but it is itself. It is not a dimension. Time, version, list. These 3 things comes under the dimension. Product is a list generally. So that is the reason. Is it dimension or not a dimension?
Dimension.
It is also dimension. Employees are the list generally. So that is the reason you can see this is also list, dimension. 10,000 is a number. Is it dimension or not a dimension?
Not dimension.
It is not a dimension. You can see here. So in this way we can understand what is the dimension and what is the not a dimension. First, which time, versions and list. 3 things are the dimensions: time, version and list. So other than that one, not a dimensions. So and the meaning of the dimension is which gives some meaning to the data. Dimension nothing but which gives some meaning to the data.
Dimensions give meaning to our data. If we have a number, say 1200, it's not meaningful until we define it. Saying that we sold 1,200 units of product A in January 2019 in the West region gives us context for the number. We have used 3 dimensions to give the number 1200 meaning for the business, a product definition, time, and region.
So we can see here, if I write in 1200, it doesn't make sense. If I write some context to that 1200, sold 1200 units, product A, it is a list. In January 2019, it is a time. In the west region, this is also one list, region list. So does it make sense or not? Did you get any meaning or not by reading this one? Yes, we'll get some meaning. We have sold like 1200 units, this product A type in January 2019 in the west region. So it gives some meaning. If I write only number, does it make sense?
No.
Yes, it doesn't make sense.
What is this version then? Version means
Version means nothing but like we have already, yeah, I told yesterday, like actual and forecast version we use majorly. Actual nothing but the past version. Past sales, if you whatever you have done, that is the past actuals, and forecast nothing but the prediction details. Like for current and future year, whatever we have do the forecast, that is known as a prediction. So like forecast version or anticipated version. Generally we say like forecast version. So this is a thing, we need to add some context to the number, then we'll get some meaning. Production definition, and we are using, you can see production, product definition, time, we are using product in rows, time in column, versions in page, you can see not version, region list I am using in like pages. So what happened, dimensions give some meaning to the data, you can see these dimensions are giving to the meaning to the this 1200. So we are using the 3 dimensions here, rows, columns and pages. So this is known as a multi-dimensionality. So if you use and rows and columns, what happened, only you have 2 dimensions, rows and columns. We are using already, I have shown here pages also we are using here. So that is the reason we are saying this Anaplan is a multi-dimensional tool. So we should understand this in this way.
How do multiple dimensions work in Anaplan? The data is held in modules, which include multiple dimensions. Let's take a closer look. Using the previous example of 1200 units of a product in a module, we first applied the dimension of time. Then, we added a dimension from a list, products. At this point, you have a 2-dimensional module, which is similar to a single spreadsheet. The dimensions that make up this module are time and product. If you enter unit sales data into one of the cells, it will indicate that we sold that specific number of units at the intersection of those 2 dimensions. For example, units sold by item by month. But what if you also want to work with the actual sales and a sales forecast?
So we can see here in generally in spreadsheets or Excel sheet, we can see the same thing. Rows and columns we see. So like you can see products, how many products we are selling, and each and every month we can see generally. So how multi-dimensional works we can see here.
If you are using a spreadsheet, you have to replicate the 2-dimensional model on a different tab to capture this 3rd dimension. In Anaplan, you just apply another dimension, versions. This allows you to view an actual version and a forecast version in the same module. This is what creates a 3-dimensional module. We represent it as a cube rather than a flat grid. Entering units sold at the intersection of the 3 dimensions indicates units sold by item, month, and version, actual.
You can see here, for each and every product, each and every month, how much we have done in the past and how much we are going to be done, do in future. These things comes under the forecast. If I want to make 2 reports in Excel or spreadsheets, what should we do? We need to create 2 sheets. In each and every sheet, one is the historical and one is the like anticipated forecast result. So we need to make the 2 sheets. But in Anaplan, what happens? We can give the actual and forecast version in the pages, whatever we have seen here just now. So we can give here, whenever if you select the actual, you will get the historical detail. Whenever if you select the forecast, you will get the anticipated result. Forecast report you will get. on the base of selection. So there is no need to create the two sheets here in Anaplan. Is it clear what is multidimensionality? How it works? What is meant by multidimensionality? Yes?
We can see all the data in three-dimensional ways, such as all the three, like type, list, and
Yes.
versions can be seen.
Fine. So this is the way we can understand what is multidimensionality and what is the dimensionality. So each and everything we should be clear about this one. So anyway, we can see here like other things.
But what if you want to add a fourth dimension? What if you also need to look at this by region or individual store to see what products are selling well in each part of the country? That gets complex in a spreadsheet. Guess what? It's not a problem in Anaplan. We might have trouble drawing a four-dimensional object, but you can easily add more dimensions to your module. Now, one piece of data in your module is defined by time, product, version, and region. And that is what multidimensionality is.
So here we can add one more dimension as well in pages. As I told, so many dimensions we can add in the pages. Like we have volumes here, we can add so many dimensions in the pages. So how many dimensions we require on the base of requirement we can add. So not even limit to the 3 or 4 or 5. On the base of requirement we can add the different dimensions whenever you are creating the different module. So if I create any new module, so you can understand here. If I insert any new module, you can see here how many dimensions I can pull. So 1 dimension I am taking, 2 dimensions I am taking, here 3 dimensions. You can see. So whatever the dimensions I want to take, I can take here on the base of requirement. We can take simply. We can create some line items, and we can already we have time in column. We can create the new model and we can create. So in this way we can select the number of dimensions on the base of requirement. So this is known as a multi-dimensionality tool. So in interviews and each and everywhere they will ask like did you work on multi-dimensionality? So this is only multi-dimensionality. Is it clear, Sudhir? What is multi-dimensionality? Anaplan tool itself, it is a multi-dimensionality tool. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So we should not get confused here. We should be clear about this one.
That's all there is to it. In this lesson, we reviewed what makes a multidimensional module in a model: lists, time, and versions. You have completed this lesson.
So we have completed this one. We can go ahead. So let us review what are the things we have seen. So basic building blocks of Anaplan, like central library. So contains the model dimensions like time, versions, list. It consists. And engine we have input and output and like calculation modules here. And in user experience pages, whatever the UX pages we create, that comes under the user experience. So we have seen this one. And what is next? We have connected planning. So what is connected planning, and how? Connected planning nothing but when number of use cases we can work it together, and we can pull data from the finance to supply chain, and supply chain to sales and operational. From one model to another model we can pull the data. In business it doesn't involve only one thing. We plan for financial model and demand planning model and sales and operational planning model. So we 3 use cases if you create the models. So we need to pull the finance data into sales and operational model, and even we need demand planning demand planning details in our finance model. So in this way, if we need whenever data from one model to another model, we can pull by using this Anaplan. So that flexibility also available in the Anaplan. You can see here. How it works, we can see here.
Let's explore how Anaplan is used for connected planning. Connected planning starts with models. What are the benefits of Anaplan models? Select all that apply.
So what are the benefits we have by using the this connected multiple people can work model at the same time. So you can see end user can update the list and business people can build the models so that they can decrease the burden of the IT department. The user experience is included in the design process. So user have to input what the information they want to see the decision making. A module can pull the data from the other system or even other model. So these are the advantages we have. So because of this we can see, so these are the all advantages by using Anaplan we have. So we need to understand this one. So what are the advantages we have? If you
One of the most powerful connected planning starts with models. What are the
you can see multiple people can work at a time means number of user can work at a time, and changes they can see each and every one on the base of real time. So that flexibility we have without disturbing the each and others, like on the base of roles and responsibility belongs to them, they can work without disturbing the others. At a time they can work. So end user also can update list. That flexibility also we have here in Anaplan. So like business people can build the model, so relieving the burden on IT department. Even business people we build the model so that we can decrease the burden on the IT departments. So the IT department doesn't require to build this model. Even business people also, like non-IT candidates like us, whatever like non-IT background people are there, they can also build the models. If you learn the Anaplan model building process, we can build. This is a user friendly tool. So and you can see user experience is included in the design process. So while designing the this Anaplan model, so user what are the problems they will face, each and everything will include while the designing the process. So what happening, so it is easy for the decision making for the end user. So that is the advantage we have by using here. And one module pull data from one module to another module, you can pull data. Even one model to another model also we can pull the data. So these are the major advantages we have with the Anaplan. So already we have like because of this advantages only, whole market is capturing by the Anaplan. So because of these advantages only, so we should they will ask in interviews why we should use the Anaplan. So Sudhir, how we can give the answer? Why should we use the Anaplan? If they ask, how we can give the answer? Yes. Why we should use the Anaplan, and what are the advantages of Anaplan means? How we can explain?
Yeah, we can explain like Anaplan is a like it is a multi-dimensional tool, so that we can show the data in different views,
Yes.
and it is the advantage is like multi-user access at a time. We can use a number of users,
Yes.
and it is also a cloud-based tool with credentials wherever we can work anywhere. And by
Yes.
using this Anaplan, like for any organization can do their business planning and forecasting planning, budget planning, and we can review the performance analysis. And so considering this, we can take required decisions immediately. And it mostly this can be used for financial planning and analysis, like supply chain management and sales and operations. So we can use for different purposes, and it is user friendly as well. So we can
Okay.
explain these reasons.
So these are the reason we should explain very clearly. So then only they will satisfy. Otherwise, they will ask repeatedly more questions. So we should explain each and every
one of the
point.
most powerful aspects of Anaplan
So like we are discussing here, how it is works as a connected planning. We can see this is a finance department model. This is a, for example, sales department. So we can pull the data from the finance to sales, sales to finance. So these are the like connected planning. We can pull data from one model to another model. So that is the reason. So we can say this is the Anaplan tool is a connected planning tool. So you can see one of the most powerful aspect of Anaplan is the models can be connected. We can pull data from one model to another model. This thing also we should explain very clearly.
Many organizations. One of the most powerful aspects of Anaplan is that models can be connected. Anaplan is a platform and can be used by different departments or parts of an organization to build powerful planning models. And those individual models can be connected. Connected models result in a connected planning system.
You can see here finance 2 we can pull the data into sales model, and sales 2 we can pull the data into finance model. That flexibility we have with this Anaplan.
Many organizations who decide to use Anaplan don't begin with the idea that they will be building a connected planning system. They begin with a single model. That's okay. Anaplan is flexible and can start with the model that solves the biggest pain point.
So many areas we need to pull the data, so one area to another area. So that is the reason we need this connected planning in Anaplan. So you can see for a company X, the biggest business problem is getting the quotas to sales people. It is taking them months to prepare the forecast to get the quotas out. Quotas nothing but the target. So they start their Anaplan journey with the sales territory and quota model. So sales territory nothing but location wise sales they should know, and how much target they should they are defining each and everything they should know. So we can easily pull data from one model to another model by having here connected planning flexibility. So that is one of the best feature we have in the Anaplan.
Let's look at the Unicorn Candy Company and how their connected planning system came to be. Unicorn Candy is a small global operation. The executives of the company want to grow the business. They want to be able to perform revenue and margin planning. Their first model is a financial planning and analysis, or a finance model.
So we can see we can pull data from finance to somewhere and somewhere to finance.
In addition to the data that focuses on revenue, this model also includes information about products, employees, and locations. Even though this model is focused on finance, it also includes data that could be included in a model that is specific to planning for a different area or purpose. For example, the product information could be used in a model that focuses on driving down manufacturing costs, or it could be used for planning new product introductions.
So you can see whenever if you are calculating finance model, even though like it focused on revenue and margins, so if you want to calculate revenue and margins, we should also need data, products data, employees data, and locations data as well we need. So that is the reason we need to pull data from one place to another place.
After implementing and using the finance model for several months, the executives at Unicorn Candy are very excited about the power of Anaplan. They want to be able to use Anaplan to help with other pain points. They've heard that they should consider adding a data hub. A data hub is a model that consolidates their data into a single source of truth. Other models will connect to the data hub model.
So you can see even for consolidation purpose we use data hub. So in data hub we store the data and we pull data from one place to another place. So this is a major thing we do generally.
After running out of stock on certain chocolates right before Valentine's Day, they decide they want to focus their attention on managing their inventory. They add a supply chain model. Supply chain forecasts are pulled into the finance model.
So you can see here supply chain detail we can pull into in finance model by having this connected planning. So you can see here what is the pain point, nothing but managing inventory. Managing product is your pain point, and what you are providing supply chain model. So we are providing the supply chain model in level 2, so that how we can pull products from manufacturing centers to distribution center. They will ask what is your pain point and what is the solution you have provided to them. So if they want, like, what is pain point in our finance planning means they want to achieve their financial goals, like revenue and profit and loss. They want to reach some targets. To reach that targets, we are doing like future anticipation revenue, how it is going to happen, each and everything we are providing, so that by watching that reports and everything, they can take quick decision to improve revenue and margin, what they should do. So in this way, we build a financial model, FP&A model, to reach their financial targets. So that is the solution. So what is their problem and what is the solution?
The business grows enough that they add many more salespeople. Now the pain point is ensuring they have the right number of salespeople in each territory, and that they can determine what the sales quotas and commissions are. The finance model is where they plan their forecasts, which feed into the sales model for quota and commission planning. The commission data from the sales model is pulled back into the finance model.
So generally, like sales commission, how much we are providing sales commission to the sales employee, we provide to the finance team, finance model, and finance detail, how much we are getting the finance, that details we send into sales model. So by having this connected flexibility, we can pull data from one module to another module without facing the problem.
This is connected planning. The Data Hub provides a single, secure source of planning data. The models are connected so that the data from the supply chain model informs the users of the finance model. The data from the finance model informs the users of the sales model, etc. Everyone in the organization is using the most up-to-date and accurate data. There is more collaboration, deeper insights, and faster alignment for the people in the organization.
So like we can see here, by using this connected planning, we can put data from one module to another module. Some data hub to supply chain model, we can pull the data, and data hub to finance model, finance to sales, and we can see each and every how we can pull the data. So we have multiple options here. So that is the reason. So we can say this is Anaplan is the connected planning. So we can pull data one model to another model. So you can see what are the benefits we have using the connected planning. Click and submit. So what are the benefits we have here? Yes. What are the benefits we have by using this connected planning? Yes. Sudhir, Arshad Ahmed, can you explain? What are the advantages we have?
Faster planning, cycle timing.
Yes.
Improve productivity for planners. Improve productivity for planners.
Improve productivity for planners. Yes, 25 times saving for the planners. This is also one flexibility we have. And other advantages?
Improve visibility and better decisions.
Yes. So you can see 1.5% selling and general administrative savings through the improved visibility and better decisions. And other?
We can make the projections by using it, but I don't sure about it. But
yes. So we can see here. So this is not benefit that we have to data to support. So by using this one, we don't have advantages for greater projections. So we can avoid this one, and simply you can select these three advantages we have. So we can showing these three advantages. We have these three advantages. So by connected planning, so these are the three advantages. We can improve our productivity, and we can faster our planning period, and we can improve like visibility can be improved here. So these are the major advantages by using the connected
Anaplan
planning.
models connect.
So these are the like things comes under the connected planning. So other than this one, we have like different navigation, login, and how we should log in, and how we need to check model, Anaplan home navigations, nothing but how we need to like this is the home navigation. If you click here, you will go to the home page. I opened this model. So before opening the model, we should, this is the home page. Whenever if you click on top left A, you will go to the home page where you can see the models, my pages, and you can see different models you can see here. So this is the workspace, like workspace home page, company private area, where we can see the so many models here. So these are the different models. So even you can see under the models pages also you can see here. You can watch the pages. So this is the home page. So company private area workspace, and where it consists the different models and UX pages we have, and each and every navigation we need to understand. Whenever if you log in our Anaplan model, so you will get this one by providing the workspace and workspace user ID and password. So did you everyone is connected with Alam before joining this class? New guys? Yes. Hamid, did you connect with Alam?
No. From tomorrow I will join.
Hamid, okay. Hafiz, did you connect with Alam?
No, I'm not connected.
Connect after completing this class. You can connect with Alam to create a model on your name. Like you can check how it is happening, like how the navigation is there, each and everything you can understand. And
Okay.
may I know who is this Lucky? Yes. May I know who is this Lucky? Who is this, sir? I am not getting. Are you there, Lucky, or not?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
This okay. This is Muthu Lakshmi. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this is the home navigation. Like we need to check like how it works. We need to go through each and everything. So how it looks like.
This module shows you how to log into Anaplan and search for a specific model. Note that if your company uses a single sign-on or SSO program, your sign-in process will be different, so consult with your model administrator. If you are an employee of Anaplan, click the Anaplan Employees button to see specific instructions on how you log in with our SSO system. Otherwise, click Next to continue.
So if you are Anaplan employee, we will get a single sign-on access as well. So generally, otherwise for learning center we don't have that option. So
For everyone else, the process is the same and quite simple. Use your web browser to navigate to www.anaplan.com. In the upper right of the screen, click Login. At the login screen, enter your email and password. Note that the email must be the one tied to your Anaplan account. Click Login. When you successfully log in, you are taken to the home page. This screen displays the models available to you, as well as your recent UX pages and apps. If you have access to more than one Anaplan customer or tenant, you will see only models, apps, and pages associated with your current tenant. You can change tenants using the drop-down list at the top of the screen. When you change tenants, you will always return to the home screen. If you have access to just one tenant, this drop-down list will not be visible. Users with access to many different models can use the search feature to find the one they want. Just click the search icon and start typing the name. If you don't know the full name, enter what you do know. The search will return results on partial searches as well. Once you've found the desired model, click it to open.
So we can see here how these things will work. So you have this search so we can search here whatever the model. So if I search here like Sudhir, you can see here on the name of Sudhir how many models you can see. So this is the way like different navigation will work. Here we have notifications, so like schedule maintenance or something you can see here from Anaplan side they will get, so just we need to watch it. So other than this one you can see help symbol. If you want search anything like community is there, Anapedia is there. So if I want to search this one, so simply I can click here Anapedia. So you will get the like Anapedia where we can search whatever we want. Like if you get any doubt, like in Google how we will search, same way in Anapedia we can search. So what is list? If I want to search about what is list, simply we can search here, so we'll get the answers. Different answer will get each and everything. So list types you can see what are the different types of list we have, each and everything we can get if you search anything. So that is Anapedia very most important one. So this way we should understand the navigations, how things are happening, we should understand the navigations. So here you can see if I click here also I can see the models and my pages. If I click here as well I will get the models. So you can see here if I want to create any model, so I need to click on manage models. I should click on manage model, then I can click on here new model I should give, so that new model will get create. And each and every person we should create on one model on your name, so that will be helpful for you. You can see here. So manage model, we need to go to manage model and we need to do it. So in this way we can understand like how navigation will work. So each and everything how we need to search and how we need to create the model. So we should be familiar with all these navigations. So that is the thing, like how it once if you everyone should open whatever the credentials we have provided. So provide that open your workspace and create one model on your name. So just go through all these things. If I want to search anything, model search you have. Inside the model whatever the things I want I can search here. So for example country, if I search country, so country related you can see modules. If I want country related, so country related I have two modules. If I click on list, country related list I have one. So line items, if I click on line items, country related, this many line items I have. So this is a very best practice, we should use this one. Inside the model search, if you want search anything, you should use this model search. And modules saved views, if I want to search, you can see I don't have. You can search anything, and if you click here modules saved views list, this is a very deep level search you can say. Again if you click on all, so how many times we got this country, you can see line items you have come, list you have, dashboard we have used country. So line items you can see all these things, we can see modules how many times we have used country, each and everything you can see all if you click. But again if you want only I want country list, how many times I have used in country in the lists, you can see here only one time I have used. In line items I want how many times do I have used this country line item. So like this deeply we can search. This is the best practice. In real time you have so many modules and so many lists, there we can easily find out by searching here model search. Is it clear for everyone? What are the things we have in navigations? Yes. So anyway, so these are the navigations we have, and once connect with Alam and create one new model on your name. So you can do all this navigations you can check. So for today we can wrap up this session here, and tomorrow onwards we can go through like other things whatever we have. So we need to download one model and we need to create one model on our name. So tomorrow onwards we'll continue this further activities. So if you have any doubts you can ask here, otherwise we can wrap up. And once you can connect with Alam